freak.
Truth in his hands. Right, let's get the bloody right things on. Headphones, there we go. Listen. That live stream should be showing up over on Kick now. I will be on there in 1 second. I'm going to go and get my fucking neck fan. Where the hell am I going? Like a knife in the dark. Whoa. Where the hell's the bloody? There we go. I'll be over on Kick in 1 sec. Oh. Shush. Hi guys, how's it going? Can you all hear me? Everyone good? Welcome to Kick. Who's new on Kick? Say me in the chat. I absolutely love Kick. I absolutely love it. You can say whatever the fuck you want. Like, Amelia Connelly's a pedophile, right? We don't have to bloody stop all of this sort of stuff. Echo, you said this last time on Kick. Is it because... No? Echo? Schnecko? I need your headphones. They are... what's the name of the headphones? I'll show you. I should be getting bloody promotional work for this. 1 sec, because they are pretty cool, aren't they? 1 sec. I can't remember the bastard name of them. They were about 100 odd quid though. They're pretty like pretty intense. Pretty intense. Love the emojis in the chat as well. Right, so I was sent something to do with Amelia Connelly, right? This is going to be wild, so I'm going to download it so I can play it for you all. But it's absolutely insane. So, as well as being an absolute paedophile, she also has no problem throwing around racial slurs, which is absolutely insane. I don't think any of us would be surprised about this, would we? Don't forget, guys, if you can, subscribe would be awesome. If not, just chill with us and make sure you're hitting that follow button over here, all right? Don't want you to miss out on any of these live streams. Right, so you ready for this video? Here we go.
Give me everything you got for this wet ass pussy. Beat it up, nigga, catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard for this pussy.
Again, did we all catch this? Did we all catch this? And now I don't know if this clip is recent. I haven't got a clue. But I was just sent it. This is Amelia Connelly. So Amelia Connelly is this one here. This one here. This snonce. I'm used to the TikTok talk. This nonce, right? This absolute nonce. So she was caught with 4 indecent images on their phone. Now, they are on TikTok. They're on TikTok and they're trying to play the victim like they've been framed or some shit. They're absolutely vile. But yeah, people are sending me more and more stuff on them.
Give me everything you got for this wet ass.
Is it a blank screen for anybody else? If it's still a blank screen for you, just come in and out again. All right. Hi, Tess.
Pussy. Beat it up, nigga, catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard for this pussy.
Fucking wild. I also told you as well, right? So every day I go onto my website. So if you don't know, we have a website. It's in my bio on the Fact Freak 4. And I'm going to show you here. It's our logo. Hey guys, I'm the Fact Freak. Oh yeah? What a guy. Now, it's a free website that I set up. And mods, I'm going to pop the link for the website in our chat on Discord. Will you post it in the chat on here so people have access to it? So the website I've created and I monitor every day is this one here. And I want everyone to use it if it's obviously useful to you. So every day I upload court listings that have taken place in the UK. So far, there's 1,670 cases. So, for example, if we were to search today's date, which is the 9th of the 7th, 26, these are some of the stuff that went to court today. So all of these people were seen for things to do with sexual crimes to do with children today. Just today. There's also stuff to do with breach of domestic violence orders and stuff like that. So it gives you an idea of some of the people who are up in court and how regularly these things are seen in court across the UK. Now, I put this in all manually every day. I go to CourtServe and I type it all out from CourtServe, right? Today I came across a charge that I've never came across before my whole life, and I didn't know it was a charge, right? Fred, were you able to post that website in here or not? This possess a pedophile manual. What the fuck is that? I have never seen it. Like, obviously, sadly, the other charges there. Yeah, I know, but can you copy and paste the link into this chat here? I can't do it. Thanks, Fred. So, I've seen the other charges, you know, plenty of times, sadly, make a decent photograph, etc. But possess a paedophile image. Manual, sorry. I've never heard of that before in my life. So I did want to have a little look into it and see, like, has that been a mistake by the people who've put it up or something like that? Can you tell me about the first charge to do with the manual? Because that's a bit of a strange one, isn't it? I've never come across that. That's the link to our website. Oh my God, right. Is that an actual charge that you can get in the UK? I've never seen that charge before. Can you go and find me some information about it, please? So on the website, not only do we list all of this stuff every day, there's links in here that'd be helpful to you as well. So if you go across the side here, across here, we have lots of things. So we have your rights to do with the police. There is a little search bar that you can ask questions and it'll tell you what your rights are and give you sources. How to complain to the police, how to escalate things if you report something to the police and they don't take it fucking seriously. Requesting information from the police, how to report things. So a lot of times people will say to me, "Fact freak, I've seen somebody doing this inappropriate shit online. Help, what do I do? I don't know what to do." This right here is what you can do. This is a step-by-step with all of the links about how you can report something if you see something like that online. Also, how to report crimes 100% anonymously. Verifying police IDs. Now, this one you guys are like, the TikToker watch list. So these are all of the people that I've covered. Well, I'm working on it. I haven't uploaded everyone yet. But everyone that I've ever spoken about who is a sex offender, convicted of any sort of horrific crime, you have their name, their username, you have links to Google Drives, news articles, anything like that. I mean, there's absolutely loads. You also have information about people with decoyed. You know, like if we've been decoying someone and it turns out they've been from the US, for example. And you've got lots of stuff like that. So that's that website that Fred posted the link. Right, let's see what this says about that charge, because I've never heard of that before.
Yes, possess a pedophile manual is an actual criminal charge in the UK. This offense was introduced under Section 69 of the Serious Crime Act 2015. It was created to plug a gap in existing legislation, as previous laws primarily focused on the possession or distribution of indecent images of children, rather than the possession of material specifically containing advice or guidance on grooming and sexually abusing children.
Advice!
Here are a few key points regarding this offense. Definition: a pedophile manual is defined as any item, which can include physical or electronic documents like emails or downloaded files, that provides advice or guidance on how to sexually abuse children. Sentencing: the maximum sentence for this offense on indictment is 3 years imprisonment.
3 fucking years?
On
Fuck
summary
off.
conviction, in a magistrate's court, the maximum sentence is 12 months imprisonment. Legal defenses: the law provides specific defenses for individuals who may have come into possession of such an item legitimately. For example, a person may be able to argue that they had a legitimate reason for possessing it, such as for their work. They did not know, or have cause to suspect, that the item contains such material. They received the material unsolicited and acted quickly to delete or dispose of it.
All right, yeah. Well,
Jurisdiction: these provisions currently extend to England, Wales, and Northern Ireland.
That's fucking insane. So, for example, if they found, like, somebody's phone, presumably, I mean, chat, you tell me if you agree, presumably, like, say they found somebody's phone and they're talking to another like-minded individual, shall we say, and they're switching, like, swapping tips about how to groom and sexually abuse children. That's how that charge is created. It's not a literal manual that's been written. It's anybody who's advising and guiding somebody in the same stuff. Is that right? Libby, when have you sent that stuff? Have you just sent it? Is that, I mean, that's the way I would read it, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong on that one. I haven't had an email come through. I haven't had one come through. Nothing in my spam, is it? Sometimes shit goes in my spam. I've got a few different ones to look at in there. But I haven't had anything that's come through yet. Now, another insane thing that I've come across today to do with awareness is this news report, which I'm going to bring over to show you guys. So this is, oh Christ, I'm moving my bloody thing about. A hunter that I know posted a link to this website earlier on, and it's absolutely insane. So AI-generated child sexual abuse report on trends in data and human impact. Now, this is to do with the statistics, to do with all this sort of stuff that's just come up. Now, with the inclusion of AI and things like that, obviously, these predators are constantly evolving. Just like the people trying to catch these predators, the predators themselves are constantly evolving, or thinking of new ways to do things. And AI to do with stuff like this is huge. I mean, when like that Grok came live, and people were taking child movie stars and TV stars and putting them in sexualized clothing and stuff like that. Absolutely fucking insane. And that was a bloody AI that was run by Twitter or whatever, X. It was fucking disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Oh, I'm getting bloody warning on. Look, guys, get yourself over to Kick, all right? Get yourselves over to Kick. Search Fact Freak. I'm coming off now. Thank you. Of course, I'm talking about crimes to do with kids, you know, and an awareness thing. So TikTok's got to have bloody flagged me, haven't they? Fucking hell. Right, so it's these statistics that I wanted to go through with you. So 8,029 AI-generated images and videos showing realistic child sexual abuse created. 3,443 AI-generated child sexual abuse videos. 26,385% increase in AI-generated child sexual abuse images. And 65% were category A. How the fuck? Like, if you've got to understand what would land it in category A, the extremeness you're talking about. I mean, chat, if you can put trigger warnings in the chat, I'd really appreciate it. But here, I don't mince my words. Category A images can include penetration, can include bestiality content involving children. Can it, like, it's some of the, obviously, the worst shit. Some of the worst shit. I don't understand how any AI program is allowing category A. You might think some of the lowest ones, maybe somebody clever manipulating or something, but terrifying. Somebody could post an innocent video and some pedo could alter it with AI and do anything. It's so scary. I totally agree with the comment to that, and that is why I strongly advise people do not post their children on social media. I saw a guy who's doing an awareness video. I'll see if I can find it, right? I'll show you. Because it's one of these things where you'd think that some people actually have an issue with this guy's take. Oh, and I think he was spot on. Oh, Christ. Where is it? Do you guys like the flow kick? We can just talk freely about stuff. We can jump from different thing to different thing. So, it was, I would have put it in my awareness reactions. I hope I did. Might have been taken down, actually. It might have been taken down. Yeah, I think it has been. But basically, this guy was posting and saying that he'd been at the beach. He'd been at a popular beach. Lots of people on this beach. And there was a child running around naked, a young child running around naked with their parents. And he was urging that parents don't let their children run around naked places because there could be, you know, a pedophile somewhere or anything like that. You never know. When I see how many people are up in court every day for these offences, it would shock you. Like, it would shock you, you know. I've been doing that website for a couple of months and there's nearly 2,000 cases already. And he was saying, like, there could be a paedophile on the beach who takes a picture of that. And so that, or did you care? And people were giving him shit in the comments and being like, oh, it's just a child I want to enjoy. People shouldn't have to live like that. I'm sorry, but like, I'm firmly on his side. And he was getting so much shit for posting his opinion on this one. And it shocks me. Kate, I'm going to have, I don't know if your profile's open. I'm going to have a look and see if I can see your reposts. Because I must repost. This is it. This is the one.
I don't know who needs...
One sec. This is the video. Now you tell me, chat, whether you agree with this man, right?
to hear this, but there is absolutely no excuse on this God's green earth that your child needs to be roaming around a public beach absolutely butt naked. I don't want to fucking see it. Everybody else doesn't want to see it. Respect your child and keep it fucking covered. Do you know how many people are on these beaches that we don't realise that are pedophiles and they can just whip out of their phone and just take a quick picture without even you realising? How does that make you feel as a parent that you are letting your child just display every inch of its body on the beach?
Well, here's the thing, right? So there's a comment in the chat saying they can remove stickers as well and things like that, right? So should we do an experiment? I suppose AI knows who I am, don't they? Do you mean over like body parts or something like that? The way AI works now, you could definitely put a picture into AI with stickers and say remove the stickers. You could definitely do that nowadays.
With no care in the world. It's fucking disgusting. You are disgusting for even having that mindset and being okay with it. I don't agree with it. Do what you will with that information. Respect your kid.
And then there's people in the comments, people over here in the comments. I love that my green screen's there in my bedroom, so just like a random like see-through bit. Someone said, people are literally, some of them are disagreeing with it. That's a great point. Somebody said not just phones, but they've got those AI glasses recording and stuff like that. I think it's totally, I think what he's saying is totally spot on, to be honest. So yeah, I need to do a video, I think, about, oh Christ, about these statistics to do with AI, to do with this sort of stuff. But I don't know if TikTok will allow it, to be honest. You say stuff like AI-generated child sex images or something, and probably the video would get nuked, even though it's educational in meaning, you know? Yeah, there is cameras and sunglasses. A lot of these melts are using them, aren't there? It's not about limitation. Definitely not about limitation. How was it generated? Since the IWF started monitoring AI in early 2023, we have seen a rapid, frightening advancement in the ability to artificially generate child sexual abuse imagery. In this section, we summarise how AI CSAM is generated. It's fucking insane. This is insane, right? So Amelia Connelly, that nonce that we were talking about before, her defence when she was caught with AI-generated child abuse material was that it was cartoon, it wasn't a real person. I think they need to read this. AI-generated sexual imagery of children causes real and lasting harm to victims. even if the physical abuse depicted did not take place. From a victim or survivor's perspective, whether the image originated from camera or from software, the impact is deeply traumatic and a violation of their right to be free from torture and inhumane or degrading treatment. Survivors of child sexual abuse frequently describe profound and enduring psychological harm, including feelings of shame, humiliation, anger, anxiety, and deep violation. This is the thing, these people just don't give a fuck. Just going to read this comment in the chat. If I had a child, I would not even want them tight swimsuit, like something underneath and dress on top, or something it was a boy all covered up, but that's just me. You know what I mean? I agree. I don't think in this day and age, you should be getting shit for wanting to safeguard your child or trying to think about the ways to safeguard your child. And as far as Amelia Connelly goes, we'll just keep playing this tonight.
Give me everything you got for this wet ass pussy. Beat it up, nigga, catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard for this pussy. Give me everything you got for this wet ass pussy. Beat it up, nigga, catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard for this pussy. Give me.
Jesus Christ, honestly. Yeah, well, you know what, right? That's a great point being made in the chat. I don't think a lot of older generation understand AI and stuff. I totally agree with that. I think if you're a parent or a grandparent or something like that, I think it is your responsibility to keep yourself up to date with safeguarding. I don't think there's any fucking excuse. I don't think there's any excuse for that. You know, maybe you could plead ignorance or something like that, but then I'd say, well, what are you doing to educate yourself? Do you know what I mean? Everything that I know about awareness and prevention and protection and all that sort of shit, I didn't wake up one day with all the knowledge. You went out, you talk to people, you research things, you do whatever. Yeah. What's Mark Feely's account called? Ball something or something. I can't remember what it's called. Fred, did you share the live in the Discord as well, by the way? I wrote this down. Angry Balls. Angry Balls. This is fucking horrific, this fucking nonce. But here's the thing, like, if I was to go on to... there. Mark Feely. Reels. Like, his stings are everywhere. Is that his sting, or is that... oh, that was someone else. I don't know where his sting. Maybe he's had his stings taken down. To be fair, I don't seem to see them up. But yeah, he's been stung by a hunting team twice. We reacted to the stings over on Twitch a while ago. Do you know what time? Does he normally stream around the same time, Laura? Because we can obviously cam to him over here as well. Just a small town girl. Oh my god. Do you know why he's got a phone that looks like a baked potato, similar to his fucking head? It's because you don't want to spend a lot of money on your device, do you? If you know the police are likely to confiscate it when you're next arrested. Do you know what I mean? He's got some absolute brick of a phone, hasn't he? Well, if he's live on Twitch or live on Kick or live on TikTok, I can stream him on any of them on here. I'm sorry, Kate, I've just seen your comment. I'm only 42 and I don't understand AI completely, but I'm finding AI slipping through YouTube Kids. I always say no headphones for kids, so you know what they're watching. That is really smart, because when YouTube Kids launched, if I remember rightly, When YouTube Kids launched, wasn't the videos put on there, Gemini, that shouldn't have been seen by kids? How did they get round those loopholes? They'll tell you about it. There's fucking loads of it. It was mental. Yeah, here we go. Here we fucking go.
When YouTube Kids launched, it was marketed as a safer, walled-off version of YouTube, but it quickly faced criticism for the presence of inappropriate content. The primary reason inappropriate content slipped through was the sheer scale of the platform and the limitations of its filtering technology. How inappropriate content accessed the platform. Rather than a deliberate loophole, several factors allowed unsuitable videos to reach young users. Reliance on automation. YouTube utilized automated algorithms to filter content at scale because the volume of uploads, hundreds of hours per minute, made full manual curation impossible. These algorithms relied on metadata.
But the thing is, like, places like YouTube.
When YouTube Kids launched, it was marketed as a safer, walled.
Places like YouTube have even had, like, live streams of people shooting up places and stuff like that put on it, because they use AI to monitor these things and work out whether they're safe. AI fucks up. Human moderation is the only way to do it, but the amount of stuff that's put on the platform, they don't have a choice. They don't have a fucking choice, which is nuts. My daughter stumbled across Peppa Pig killing her brother on YouTube Kids. I don't trust it. There you go. Shit like that's going to horrify somebody, innit? Oh, we're looking at this nonsense profile, weren't we?
And you can tell me if I'm off, but I see it on your face when you say that he's the one.
He knocked all these out yesterday. Did he just start this account yesterday? Who's he following? All kids. Fuck me. Look at that list. I don't like doing this, but I know it's in the public domain. I don't want to click on their profiles or anything like that, but can anybody see? I mean, actually, it's really small on your screen in a chat. One sec. I'm going to increase the size for you, right? Look at these people. I'm just scrolling through his followers. Well, it's showing 50 of his followers when you look on it. That is fucking worrying as hell. That is worrying as hell. That's genuinely so worrying. And it's his liked videos as well. I don't want to show his liked videos because I've looked at his liked videos. And to me, they are videos of kids. They are definitely videos of kids. And I don't want to put them on my platform. Do you know what I mean? Well, the thing is, there is a thing where nobody knows whether this guy was actually charged, whether he was actually convicted. Snapchat is full of peddlers. I just had one convicted. I'll tell you what, we'll go through this. We'll talk about this. We'll talk about this. I put on my YouTube video about the guy that we've just had convicted, and I'll pause it and I'll talk to you and I'll give you a little bit behind the scenes. It's only a short video and it's worth talking about it when it comes to awareness. Analysis. I want to be clear. This video is for educational and public safety purposes only. The individual involved has been through the legal system, been found guilty and sentenced. We are reviewing this case to highlight the red flags that were present, red flags that every parent, guardian and young person. This guy who we've had convicted, this peddler, normalised everything. So here's his charges that came through in the post, right? So this is the guy. So it's Dylan Meanie, and he took a plea. He took a plea. So on the 25th of June 2026, he pled guilty to the following charge. Now, what really fucked me off, and the reason that I did this video, is because he pled guilty to one charge, one fucking charge. An adult attempt to engage in sexual communication with a child. One fucking charge, right? So basically, he said to them, I'll plead guilty, but to the lesser charge. This beast sent, I was the decoy as a 15-year-old girl. He sent explicit images of himself. And because he's agreed to plead guilty early, he's got a reduction in his sentence, and they've allowed him to play just on the one thing, because the CPS will look at it as in it won't cost them as much money than to take them to trial, etc. It's fucking bollocks. He's been put on the register for 5 years, but I'll tell you what, I'll show you because I put an edited version in here, didn't I? I'll go through some of the stuff with you. So we came across him on Thunder, right? We came across him on Thunder, and this is what he was saying. This is what he was saying on Thunder, right? Immediately within the first few messages, I tell him my age. He says he's 24, and straight to, do you like older boys? And then he started normalizing it. So all the way through the chat, he was saying, I've dated other 15-year-olds. I've dated other 15-year-olds. So Thunder is this website here. So it's sort of like Omegle, where you can go live with, you know, a random person. You can either have text chat or video chat. We met him on text chat. Now, like I say, he did all of that. This is he moved us onto Snapchat. He was sending these. This is him responding to the picture of our 15-year-old decoy. So this video, I'll pop it. Fred, are you still here? Fred, if you're still here, will you grab the link from the Discord and whack it in this chat again, please? That's a link to this video. So he moved us on to Snapchat. But what I was really annoyed about when it came to his charges was because he's managed to do a deal, he's got away with the fact that he sent an explicit image of himself. So on Snapchat, this is on Snapchat. So 15-year-old me, decoy Ellie, went to the shop with me mum. In real life, I was just at the shop. My fucking decoy phone was in the house. So, messages. You back yet? Just got back. How was it? Okay, I got a trifle. Oh, lucky. Yeah, help me, mum. Good girl. Thank you. Picture of his dick in the bath. This is this guy, and he's got away with just pleading to engage in sexual activity with a child. He literally sent an explicit image. That is a whole other charge that he's got away with. Now, because me as a decoy or as a child didn't compliment, didn't talk, didn't... Basically, I was making sure everything was screen recorded when it came through. He blocked me and ran. Fucking ran. Didn't give him the praise he wanted, so he fucking ran. But all the way through the chat, all the way through the fucking chat, he was saying stuff like this, you know. Do you have a big bum? What else have I got that I can show? Do you want to come cuddle, join me in my bed? I mean, I've got the full chat logs, but they're unedited, so I don't want to put them on here. Oh yeah, that's how we found him. There's a whole... If you watch the YouTube video that Fred's putting in the chat, the link for that in the chat. Well, he said he was. I don't know if he is yet. You'll find out how we tracked him and everything like that. He was reported to the police. He was arrested in January. He's pled guilty pretty quickly, so... And he must have said, oh, I'm a druggie, because he's been made to do drug rehabilitation as well. Just fucking nuts. But the thing is, like, he's on... I'm not going to put his family on here, but I have reached out to his family, his friend, and I've sent them the paperwork. That's the video. The video's on there. That's my YouTube. Make sure you guys are subscribed, and you'll see behind the scenes on that. Also, sharing that video would really help with awareness. So I've reached out to his family, his friends who have children who knock about with him, and sent them the information, sent them the charge sheet, sent them all that, because I don't think that they know. I don't think that they know. But on my Facebook, we've got a poster on there as well, which is going about. But yeah, Mark normally streams on Twitch about this time, does he? What, guys, would you like me to do now? What would you like? Would you like random files and just random videos and awareness things for me to look at? Would you like me to come to somebody? Would you like me to do what? What would you like? Do you want to ask me questions? It's all very flexible on here. I'll do whatever. Just here to hang out with you for a while. So I can't be on too late, to be fair, because I've got my chem in the morning. Where am I going here? I'm lost. He's been on TikTok most nights now after his PC got hacked. Oh yeah, he got his PC hacked, didn't he? Christ.
She say, do you love me? I tell her,
That's a lot to take in. That's a lot to take in. Shall we have a look and see who's live on Kick from TikTok? Oh God, I don't see the appeal of this fucker. Chelsea the Art. Are we watching CLA or we're watching Mr. UK TikTok? I bet bloody CLA's just gotten mental.
From Qatar or somewhere like that, then maybe. But you've got no chance. I go for rich, darling. Real rich. Money, you know, that controls everything. Absolutely. Oh, that's where you live, is it?
Who the fuck painted on her eyebrows? She looks horrific. It's like who would get more of a sense, me or him? It would be crazy. Do you know what? This is the thing with paedophiles, right? So when you decoy them and you put an evidence pack together, like a whole, do you know what I mean? Like all the messages, everything like that. Usually, because there's so much digital evidence in front of them, usually a paedophile will, in that situation, will plead guilty as soon as possible because they don't have a defence against it. And pleading guilty at the earliest convenience gets them a reduction in their sentence. Just fucking nuts. I don't know what she did with those eyebrows. Like, I have no fucking clue. But she's boring as fuck. I just don't find her that entertaining. And what the hell's he doing? I'm in London tomorrow. Should I go and see him?
Really good, mate.
Who was you watching?
Marta and Coco.
Good luck, guys.
Should
Good luck.
I go and see him?
That gate was a bit rubbish, weren't it, up there today? 13.
Fuck off. Right, okay. What's this? Just tag me in this. That's cruel. Right. Go and kick him in the face. Absolutely not. Waste energy. Right. Let's watch some awareness videos. Oh, you guys just saw a spoiler. Is Fact Freak working on another reaction live stream for Kirsten Cunningham? Maybe. I am. There you go. There you go. You guys have found out. Our secret playlists have been exposed. Thank God you didn't see the big titty goth girl one. That's on my other account. That's to trigger people who break down everything I say. Been stalking Wimbledon. I can't be arsed going to fucking Wimbledon. I think I'm going to go to Zoology Museum at London. This is where I think I'm going to go tomorrow. Although, no, I'm not, because it opens at like 1 o'clock, so I think I'll be going there when I'm going in August. But I'm staying in the Kensington area tomorrow, so I don't know where I'm going to go. But right, let's get into the awareness stuff. Yeah.
Later this week.
I don't know what this video is, but it seems mental, and there's like a... How many parts is there?
Later this week.
A 5-part series.
My husband is going...
Are you ready to get into it? Wait until you hear the first line.
Later this week, my husband is going to jail for possession of CSAM.
Are you guys ready? Are you guys fucking ready? Let's jump in. Let's jump the fuck into it. I think this lady here is breaking down the bullshit of the original poster. But let's get into it. What have I done to my cat ears? They're all bloody... Have I knocked them? Or have I just got a wonky head? Oh my god, chat, I've got a wonky head. Why didn't you just tell me? Christ. I've tried to keep me wonky head, bloody... Oh. Right, never mind.
She said what you thought she did.
Possession of CSAM.
And she glossed over it. But social media is really good at making people look like heroes. You see the aesthetic photos, the heartfelt captions, the exhausted but devoted mother documenting every hard moment to raising a medically...
Let's get into it.
...complex child. And I am talking about her. This account right here. You see the vulnerability, the...
Sorry, she said things at like 100 miles an hour. Can we all just let me... Right, you ready? We're going to get into this. Full reactions.
Later this week, my husband is going to jail for possession of CSAM.
She said what you thought she did.
Possession of CSAM.
I'm going to start this again. Fred and everyone watching, there is an option on your screen somewhere where you can make a clip. Right? So under my face, there's a thing that says clip. So if you press clip, you'll create a clip. It'll automatically save to my profile. Get making clips. If you think something's funny or wild or shocking, make a clip and it'll show up. Legends. I'm going to make some people who do good clips moderators on here.
She glossed over it, but social media is really good at making people look like heroes.
Sorry, I need to start it again. Right, let's get into this.
Later this week, my husband is going to jail for possession of CSAM.
She said what you thought she did.
Possession of CSAM.
And she glossed over it, but social media is really good at making people look like heroes. You see the aesthetic photos, the heartfelt captions, the exhausted but devoted mother documenting every hard moment to raising a medically complex child. And I am talking about her. This account.
Adventures of Mummy. I wonder if they're still on TikTok after this. 1 second. This is the ladies page who's doing it here. Was it Mammy or Mummy? Oh, they're still on fucking TikTok. They've got fucking a lot of followers, haven't they? A hell of a lot of followers. Jesus. I wasn't expecting that.
Out right here. You see the vulnerability, the fundraising campaigns, the brand partnership, the struggles. You see a woman who built a
The brand partnership?
Following by sharing her daughter Lydia's journey with cerebral palsy, a nonverbal child who relies entirely on the adults around her. You see hundreds of thousands of dollars flowing in from people who believe her story and just want to help. What you didn't see was what was happening behind the scenes in that same
Come on, man, let's see.
House. In June 2024, her husband, Daniel Rader, was taken into custody. In December 2024,
it says 1:34 p.m. Oh, it's so small, I can't bloody read it.
He was formally booked into...
This must be like an arrest record.
Dane County Jail on 4 counts of possession of CSAM. And if you don't know what...
Do you know what? Can I just say, in America, it's amazing how all this information is public. Over in the UK, it's not, man. It's not, which is wild. It's absolutely wild.
that is, it's child sexual abuse material. 4 counts, each one a Class D felony in the state of Wisconsin, carrying up to 25 years in prison per count. That is not a rumor. That is not a smear. The case number is 2024 CF0.
This woman's done her research.
02917, State of Wisconsin versus Daniel J. Rader. It is sitting on Wisconsin Circuit Court.
So basically what I'm catching from this is that he's been arrested for this stuff and the wife is stuck with him.
Access right now, available for anyone that wants to look it up. While all of that was unfolding, his wife Alexis, who runs the account Adventures of Mummy, was on social media.
That's what I hear.
Growing her platform, landing brand sponsorships, running GoFundMes for her medically complicated daughter.
She is talking really fast. She is talking really fast. But on TikTok, you know what everybody's attention span's like, don't you?
So they could afford treatment. The current campaign alone has a goal of $127,000 across all campaigns combined. The total raised was somewhere around $400,000. There has been no public accounting as to where that money went, none. And yet somewhere in there, a family that couldn't afford their own daughter's medical treatments and went to GoFundMe's to earn it.
Oh, shit. So they're raising money for their, like, you know, saying that they don't have money and they need your help to help fund the medical treatment for the daughter, and busy paying the legal fees of the nonce of the family.
Could retain Corey Kirafisi as a criminal defense attorney. If that name sounds familiar, it should. Kirafisi is the same attorney who defended Kyle Rittenhouse. He is not a cheap attorney.
He's a beast.
By any stretch of the imagination. He is not a public defender. In March 2026, after the case had become publicly exposed, Alexa posted that she was, quote, shifting towards sole parenting in a potentially permanent capacity. People
potentially because he's getting locked up, not because she's left the child abuser.
Thought she was possibly getting a divorce. A few days later, though, she was posting videos of her daughter with Daniel. She told her followers that her child was safe. How? How does a mother look at a man?
I'm sorry, a disabled child in the house with somebody who does that is not safe. I mean, you tell me, chat, what do you think? What do you think?
Who deliberately sought out images of children being abused, who chose to possess that material and decided that her nonverbal, medically vulnerable daughter is safe in his presence. A child who cannot speak, a child who cannot tell you something happened to her, a child who cannot protect herself in any capacity. How does that math line up? And how do they afford the attorney, but yet need your money to pay for their daughter's medical treatments? But there's something else in this case,
There's something else coming.
The court record that stopped me cold in my tracks. But this is getting a little long, so come back for part 2.
Shit, let's write part 2. Let's go.
Later this week, my husband is going to jail for possession of CSAM.
CSAM, fundraising and a medically complicated child. If you missed part 1, here's the short version. Alexa, who posts as Adventures of Mummy, has a husband named Daniel.
I love that there's so many people on the internet that will not just stand by if stuff like this needs spoken about, man.
Rader,
really do.
who was arrested nearly 2 years ago on 4 felony counts of possession of child sexual abuse material. During that entire time, she has raised close to over $400,000 in donations, telling her followers that she cannot afford her daughter's medical care. And yet the family found the money to hire Corey Kier.
It's fucking hot. I think some electrolytes would be a good idea. I think would be a good idea. Ba, 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 da, ba.
Kirafisi, one of the most prominent and expensive criminal defense attorneys in the country, the same attorney who defended Kyle Rittenhouse. Now, here's the part that should stop you cold in your tracks. In the court docket for the case before the July 1st, 2026 hearing, there is a notation. It says,
Defendant Daniel Rader in court. Attorney in court for Daniel, attorney. Plea sentencing. Is that what she's going to talk about? The fact that it says it's a plea sentence, so that he's going to plead to the charges. He's not going to deny them.
As the state had 950 issues. In Wisconsin, Chapter 950 is the Crime Victims' Rights Statute. What that notation means is that as of that hearing, the prosecution had not yet fulfilled its legal obligation to notify all identified victims in the case.
Right, well, that's actually quite, sadly, that's actually quite common. So say that this guy has hundreds of CSAM images, child abuse material images, right? And then obviously depicting various different children. There may be children within those images that they fail to locate while he's going through the court system. Sadly, that's more common than you'd think.
Let that land for a second. There are real children who have been formally identified as victims in this case. This wasn't just AI-generated CSAM. They're named with legal...
I wish people would stop talking about AI-generated CSAM as if it's like some lesser thing, because when you do, you're giving... Do you know what I mean? You're almost being like, well, that's not as bad. Do you know, we can't do that with this sort of stuff.
Legal rights under Wisconsin law, so they couldn't sentence him. The state had not yet been able to reach all of them. These are not abstract AI crimes. These are real children, specific children, known to investigators, documented in the court docket, and the case was nearly 2 years old before all of them even had been properly notified. And what's crazy is Alexa knew about this all along, and she continued to allow this man around her child.
Is she still posting as well, this other woman? So this is the one she's talked about.
My daughter became G-Tube dependent at 3 months old.
They posted a video about bloody hour ago. Fuck me.
In her most recent video, which I played at the beginning, Alexa said she is struggling to forgive him.
What he did was...
Exactly, it's a crime, and they do act like it's not as bad, and that's the wrong way to do it, because you're almost not normalizing exactly, but when you start diminishing certain types of child abuse, people start thinking of that as it's not as bad if I do that, or if I engage in that, or they think it's a good defense or something.
Wrong and inexcusable, and I'm still not sure if I will ever forgive him, but I no longer had time
You're not fucking sure?
to dwell on that.
Struggling to forgive? What? Not struggling to protect her child, not struggling with the fact that real children, real human beings were being abused in every single one of those images he chose to have. She is struggling to forgive. Then she...
Guys, are you making some clips? Let me know.
framed the rest of that bullshit video as her being a victim of a smear campaign. The children in those images cannot frame themselves as anything. They have no platform. They have no GoFundMe. They have no followers sending them support. They have nothing. The plea and the sentencing hearing in this case is scheduled for July 21st, 2026. But you heard Alexa, her husband's going to jail. The public record is there. This is not a smear. This is...
So if he's going to jail, then his crime must be so bad that even with doing a plea, his solicitor has said you're going to go to jail, you're going to do some jail time. It doesn't matter what we bargain here, you're going to serve custody.
This is a court docket, and she continues to collect money for medical procedures she can't afford while affording this great big attorney. And just so you know, if you're a parent watching this, pay attention, because this is not an isolated case. And with AI, it is getting more and more rampant. So,
oh, 100%.
Make sure you look up the Stop CSAM Act, because it is in Congress right now, and tell your legislators to push for it. And as for Alexa, I would never send that woman an ounce of money until she gives transparency as to exactly where all those funds went.
Yeah, so if we go... Oh, shit. If we go in her thing, she has got a link tree. Donate. Literally, donation. Wild. Wild, man. Right, part 3, come on.
Later this week, my husband is going to jail for possession of CSAM.
Insane.
This is part 3 about Alexa, Adventures of Mommy, and her husband, Daniel Rader, who is about to plead guilty in a case where he is being charged with 4 felony accounts of CSAM, which is child sexual abuse material. This one is about a court document, a TikTok post, and a question nobody is asking out loud.
I need to make a post about these, don't I? About these statistics that were discussed earlier on about AI and stuff. I definitely need to do that today, I think. Definitely.
Daniel Rader was booked on 4 counts of CSAM in December 2024. The court set bond conditions, public record, right here on the docket. And one of them reads exactly like this.
Let's hear these conditions, like, get in it.
Defendant shall not have any contact, direct or indirect, with any juvenile under 16 unless supervised by a responsible adult, except only to allow unsupervised contact with...
I don't think that the responsible adult should be the other parent if the other parent is still going to stay in the relationship with the convicted paedophile. Does that make sense to you, chat, like what I'm saying? Or I'm not sure if I worded that correctly, but I don't think they can be classed as responsible if they're still going to be in a relationship with a paedophile. There's a comment here saying, have you seen the Nightmare Upstairs docuseries about children being abused by them? No, I have not, Brain Junkie. Is it on YouTube? Because we can react to everything on here. Makes sense, does it? Fred, did you check the Discord?
Their own child. A man charged with 4 felony counts of possessing images of children being abused
I thought you'd gone.
was given a carve-out to be left alone with his own child.
Yeah, you would run 200 miles.
Lydia, a nonverbal little girl who cannot speak, cannot communicate distress, and cannot protect herself. The court decided he was dangerous enough to ban every other child under 16 on the planet, but his own nonverbal daughter, unsupervised, is just fine. What
Nah, that's mental. That's insane.
the hell? That should make every parent watching this absolutely fucking
I wouldn't be able to watch it if it's on Disney.
furious. Now here's where it gets worse.
I'm solo parenting my daughter, and my wife asked me to share pointers on creating the perfect pigtails for our toddler.
On December 12, 2025, 9 months after those charges were filed, Alexa posted this right here. I'm reading it word for word. Daniel recently took Lydia on a 7-hour each-way round trip solo. He even recorded his journey for us with a laughing emoji. And the geotag was Columbus, Ohio. A man on active felony CSAM charges took a nonverbal child across state lines, and she posted it. She celebrated him.
That's insane. That's absolutely fucking insane.
It made it appear that he was the best dad ever. But the docket also says he is prohibited from accessing social media or file sharing programs except for employment. He recorded that footage. It ended up on...
Yeah, but he'll record the footage because there may be a loophole there where he tries to say that his work is social media, but that's one hell of a fucking loophole.
On a public social media account. How it got there is a question only they can answer. But even if nothing technically violated that order, what does that say about a mother who knew about 4 felony CSAM charges and celebrated a solo 14-hour road trip with a child who cannot tell
It's insane.
you what happened, and then put it on social media, painting to the world that he was this great man? She knew. She also knew that her child could not defend herself. She celebrated him. I bet the parents of his victims weren't celebrating. Where's the GoFundMe for them, Alexa?
Well said.
Later
Part 4. There's only one more part of this. Let's check it.
this week, my husband is going to jail for possession of CSAM.
This is part 4, and hopefully the last but most important one on the medically complicated mom, Alexa, Adventures of Mommy, and her husband, Danielle Rader, who has 4 felony CSAM charges, which again, if
They're making serious money as well, these nonsense.
you don't know, is child sexual abuse material. There are people online saying, leave Alexa, Adventures of Mommy, alone, that she's going through enough, that she deserves peace. And I want to show you why that argument doesn't hold up, why she doesn't deserve sympathy. Her husband was charged in December 2024. In October 2025, she posted a breakdown of Lydia's medical costs, $18,000 for stem cell treatment in Panama, travel to North Carolina.
But she's paying a lot of money for a high-powered attorney to represent her Nancy husband.
California and multiple other states, treatments ranging from $30,000 to $40,000, and she asked her followers for money. Her husband had been sitting on 4 felony CSAM charges for nearly a year. Here is the math that nobody's doing. Corey Kirafisi is her husband's attorney. He's not a public defender. He is one of the most prominent criminal defense attorneys in the country. 6-figure fees minimum for a case this complex. Over $400,000 allegedly has been raised through this family's GoFundMe over the years. You cannot separate that money into clean categories. Every dollar the internet gave towards Lydia's medical care freed up dollars in that household for everything else, including that attorney to defend.
She's right. She's right, isn't she, chat?
That husband against CSAM charges. Whether people realize it or not, donating to this family right now is subsidizing the defense of a man who is about to plead guilty to 4 felony CSAM counts that he was charged with.
It's absolutely spot on. It's been about for a while. It is blood, yeah.
Alexis said herself that he is going to jail, which means he's pleading guilty to at least some of the charges. She has known this for 2 years. And to everyone calling her a victim too, being betrayed is real, but this woman knew. She kept fundraising. She kept posting him with their child. When it went public, she called it a smear campaign. She is not a victim. She is a person who made choices repeatedly to celebrate this man. Supporting her financially right now is not helping Lydia. It is helping a family that chose to protect a man over the children whose images he possessed, images of them being sexually abused. This is not a
insane
smear. That is math. Alexa is a sympathizer, and everybody that continues to financially support them is supporting his defense. And that makes all of you that do that a sympathizer. Those children don't deserve this man to be defended. The children in those videos or images that he possessed, maybe go find one of his victims and donate to their family.
One thing that gives me hope is that this lady's got a lot of support in these videos.
Let them have a fun vacation to Disney. Let them get some therapy.
Ems, thank you for gifting out a sub. Thank you so much. That was a lovely thing to do. Thank you. Appreciate you very much. Thank you so much.
Because nobody is talking about them. Think carefully before you donate any money to this family, because you're donating it to support the defense of a man that has no problem watching your children be sexually abused.
It's true. It's fucking true. Next part. Just sent you a link to someone talking about the nightmare upstairs on YouTube to Factory 4. Isn't that awesome, Katie? I think I've only got 2 subs and you're one of them. I think. I think. Does it put that little star next to your name? That's pretty cute. Right, what is the final part here?
Later this week, my husband is going to jail for possession of CSAM.
I want to address something before I go any further.
I want to address something as well. What a lovely hoodie. I know that isn't what's important here, but that is a lovely hoodie and it goes with your hair so well. That's right.
Further in talking about Alexa.
I appreciate a good hoodie.
Adventures of Mummy. The video shown at the beginning was posted 6 days ago. Alexa references a harassment campaign being run against her and implies that it's being driven by one specific person. I have gotten a lot of questions about if that person is me. I am not that person. I have never spoken to Alexa. I have never contacted her doctors, her followers, or anyone connected to her. I did not go looking for this story. I had no idea that this was even occurring. A friend of mine, Lizzie, sent me the video because they knew that I spend a significant amount of time on this page and my other account talking about CSAM, the dangers of it, the Stop CSAM Act. They sent it to me because there is a medically vulnerable nonverbal child involved, and they wanted someone who understood what CSAM actually is to look into whether the child was safe and into the
I think that's fair enough, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
CSAM case. That is how I found out this family even existed 6 days ago. This conversation didn't start with me. It has been happening on Reddit and across multiple online communities since as early as 2006, as far as I can tell. The court record has been sitting on public view on Wisconsin Circuit Court access since December, I believe it was 9th, 2024. It's case number 2024 CF 002917, State of Wisconsin.
Is the clip button not working? What a bastard.
Versus Daniel J. Rader. Anyone can look it up.
It works if you signed into your account and you followed. It should work. Should work anyway.
One voice in a conversation that.
I don't know if anybody's made any clips. Yeah, one sec. I can have a look. Apparently, no, I can't. Clips. Nobody's made any clips. People are trying to make clips, and that's what's important.
Has already been happening. I got involved because a child's safety was the question, because CSAM harms children. And we need to question whether or not there are real victims or whether this was AI generated. What is the harm to the people and their children surrounding this woman? I think those questions matter. And honestly,
it works, but I don't see any clips you made, Fred. Maybe I have to approve them.
Right now, that's all I have to say about that. But next, let me, in a future video, show you another video that was sent to me.
She seems to, like, this one doesn't seem to really have a lot going on. What was I going to do? I'm fucking sweating my bollocks off here. I can't do this. It's too bloody hot. Do you know what? I'm having a real man thing, right? I'm being a real complaining bitch. It's so hot, then I put this on. It's too fucking cold. And the air's blowing up to my head, but if I put it there, oh no. I don't know if you can hear that fan. Can you hear it? I don't know if I'll be allowed to wear this in my chem tomorrow. Apparently you can, but I don't fucking know. I'm not having them confiscate my neck fan. I'll lose my shit. Somebody tagged me, didn't it? Who said they tagged me? Somebody said you tagged me. I've lost my chat. Mentions and tags.
Right foot to...
God, horrifically, that's the latest thing I've been bloody tagged in. Oh, what's this?
I know how to set group chats.
Oh, it's just stood up. What a fucking shock. Right, okay. I think I need to go. I want to make the TikTok videos about this stuff. Right, I'm going to head off for now. I think they should be held accountable. AI companies should be held accountable for the stuff that's able to create, you know, in a similar way. And also social internet providers, if they're not, you know, making reports of stuff like this being used on their Wi-Fi, for example, and things like that. Right, I'm going to bugger off. I will... I don't know when I'll be live next. Who fucking knows? I will catch you. You did a clip, did you? One sec. I wonder if I can see it by doing this. Well, keeps putting me on this. Some wild streams happening on bloody this on here. Right, where the hell's my bloody page? The Fact Freak. That's me. Oh Christ. Why did it do that? View my channel. Hey. Oh Christ. Why did it do that? That's going to be like echoing it. I don't think I can see it until afterwards. I can't see it afterwards. Right, I'm buggering off anyway. I'm heading off. You all have a good... Oh, Christ. You all have a good rest of your day. I'm going to head off. Bye, guys. Bye. Have a good day. Peace.